Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Friday, November 5th, 2021. Happy Friday, everyone. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Good to see you all. This is a continued melt-up phase here for the ES and the NQ. You can see here ever since the higher low right here, the breakup right here, the push through the 44.21s. That's the level we kept talking about over and over again. Key level here, if we can break through it, it opens up this level, it opens up this level, and we reached it yesterday or today, and those are basically the edge, and now that's the 50% extension. The last extension to reach now is the 48.05. 48.05 is the 100% target right here. That's the level we mentioned way back when this thing sold off and found a strong low back in September. Whenever this thing hit the midpoint on that day right there, we had already focused on 48.05 being the upside target, and be also focused on the key range low here being the ideal entry. So not only that, we got the ideal entry zone and the continuation. It's been a very clear melt up phase, and when that's the case, you tend to have low volatility and then with a very clear upward bias. So you get spurts of strength, then spurts of sideways, followed by another spurt of strength. That's kind of what we're seeing here today. The NFP report provided a little bit of additional volatility, but the expectation here is in a melt-up phase, continue to buy morning weakness for late day strength, as these usually close higher than the open. So right now, very bullish overall. And again, even if we were to see some sort of pullback here into the FOMC key level below, that could provide a bounce point for a continuation toward 48.05. All right, taking a look now at the NQ. The NQ also seen a melt-up phase. Again, very similar price action here. A higher low, a push through the 15K level, and now we are 1,400 points away from that level just on that break. Additionally, as we mentioned in our monthly market outlook for October, the ideal entry was going to be here below the previous quarter's low. We were looking anywhere into this zone as low as 14.2. It barely got below there 3 days in a row, but that's all it needed to go find a higher low and extend. Based off that move so far, we've already pushed through the previous quarter's high, and we're at the 50% extension to the upside for the quarter. The last two quarterly extensions take you as high as 17K right there. You have 16.6 as the next one. So based on the previous quarter's extension, we still have a very nice continuation that could be ahead towards 17K by the end of the quarter. All right, let's take a look here at crude oil. Now, crude oil, interestingly, had a very significant rejection in the previous day. Started the day with a ton of overnight strength, and right here at the previous high and at the previous month's close, a major rejection occurs and price drops quickly, and then it quickly loses altitude back below the previous mid and eventually becomes a bearish outside day. So failed new high, wick reversal, and a bearish outside day all in one fell swoop yesterday. This also comes on the heels here of a lower high, as we saw just now how those higher lows triggered quite a bit of strength in the ES and the NQ, followed by that break day. We're getting the same type of thing here. Huge breakdown day, very similar to some of these days that we've seen before. We mentioned before that there's a template here to kind of look back to. If you look back at this price action right here, it's very similar to what we're seeing to begin the month here. We could still see another couple of days of weakness, 2 or 3 days of weakness as this thing drops back towards 76, perhaps a little lower, and ideally you'll find a strong low, bounce back, and get ourselves a new key range. So right now, weak on a swing basis, but from an intraday day trading basis today, you had two back-to-back super high range days. Today may be mostly range bound and chop. All right, let's take a look lastly at gold futures here. Gold right now, barely doing much here, trading between yearly VWAP and the previous month's close, and it is a perfect doji right now, almost just trading right there in the range. Not a whole lot going on here again. Instead, a lot of chop, a lot of compression, and it's all happening around yearly VWAP, the 200-day moving average. Still just a lot of chop. Again, it's building energy though, so at some point here we may begin to see a move, but we got to see a confirmed breakout first. Until then, still in the chop. Alright everyone, that's it for now. If you didn't catch the recording for our November monthly market outlook, it is in the description below. Please check it out. Let me know what you think. Everyone have a fantastic weekend. Have a great Friday, and I will see you all in the trading room. Take care.